What's going on, guys? I'm coming to you from my hotel room in Columbus, Ohio, and I want to let you guys know that tomorrow is the pay-per-view for the Arnold Classic. Make sure you get it. Make sure you support the bodybuilders. The prize money keeps increasing, so us as fans have to help the bodybuilders out by supporting them and getting the pay-per-views, buying the tickets, coming to the shows. And if you want to use code FUAD10, save a little bit of money on the pay-per-view, support me, support the channel. And thank you guys very much. I hope you check out the commentary. Me, Dennis, Janet are going to have a lot of fun. And it's going to be great like last year. Hopefully Arnold comes in and we'll talk a little bit more bodybuilding smack with Arnold. Thanks for watching, guys. What's going on, guys? I am in Columbus, Ohio. As you can see, I'm in my hotel room. My bed's a mess. And if you look in this other corner here, you see that canister right there? I don't think you can zoom in on it. I'm sure one of you guys is a computer genius, but this canister right here is the new flavor of Bloodshot launching possibly in 4 to 6 weeks, but I'm super excited about it. It tastes awesome. I've let a bunch of people try it since I've been here, and everybody has loved it. But listen, I want to make a quick video. I'm in Columbus, Ohio, the official commentary for the Arnold Classic. The broadcast booth is set up. Me, Dennis, Janet, Todd will be there, and Arnold himself. But I wanted to say I saw Samson yesterday, and well, before I get into Samson, I want to tell you guys about the Arnold. There's something I think could be happening in bodybuilding, and I'm sure it's not the popular opinion, but I feel like the Arnold is going to surpass the Olympia at some point in time, and I'm not sure when that is. But the prize money for both keep going up and up and up, but the Arnold's starting to catch up. The Olympia used to be a much bigger prize, and the Arnold is now, kind of hot on their heels. And I think they're the same for Classic. But I know the Arnold increased the Classic money first last year. So the second part of it is the expo. We were at the Olympia Expo this year, and it's a good expo, but it's kind of just a hall with a bunch of supplement sponsors, which is good because you get to meet all your favorite pros and all these things. But the Arnold Expo, after walking through the hall yesterday, just mind blowing. They have a strongman setup that could rival, like if I'm a strongman, I got to be at the Arnold. They got like 18-foot high graphics with all the big name strongmen on them, and it's just they've set up like a stadium in the expo. They set up stadium seating in the expo to watch this thing with LED screens in the expo. So when you pay for your expo ticket, I think it's like $40 or something like that. You're not just going to get to walk around and meet your favorite pros and favorite fitness influencers or whatever, but you're actually going to get to see an event, which they're doing like the strongman entire event, and they've basically built a little stadium in there. And then they also have something I thought was kind of cool. I want to kind of do it with me and the guys. They have something called parkour tag, and it's basically like a little obstacle course they have set up, and two guys go, and it's from people from all over the world. I guess it's like a big deal. I've never heard of it. And the same thing, they built like a little stadium for it, and they got stadium seating in there with like this obstacle course kind of in the middle of the little stadium they have built. And two people from, like, one person from each country will go into the little area where the obstacle course is, and they go through, and they're basically playing tag. But to watch them jump through all these little obstacles is actually pretty insane. But so I have that too, but it feels like the expo is elevated. It's just a level up from the Olympia Expo. And that's not to take anything away from the Olympia Expo. We were there this year. We had a lot of fun. We met a lot of people. It was great. But I feel like the Arnold just offers a little bit more now. So that's for the expo. Now for the show itself, you're basically getting the top 5, almost top 6, top 8 at the Olympia in this lineup. So we're going to see a really awesome show, and tickets are a fraction of the price. So like, I remember, I think tickets on Saturday night at the Olympia were like, I don't know, $500 or $600, something crazy. I think more actually for like nicer seats. The tickets here, I don't know what the very front row seats were, but we were looking at like a mid-row seats, in mid row there, or mid arena, and mid arena or mid theater seating was like $125 a ticket. So I feel like value added for the consumer, for the person that's coming to the Arnold or coming to a bodybuilding show for the first time, it feels much more grand. The theater itself is beautifully lit. Like I said, it's a little bit cheaper. The expo has more events and more things going on. And I just feel like overall they're really elevating the Arnold, and it's going to be something special. And I think if they keep increasing the prize money, it could be something that surpasses the Olympia. So, and actually, I personally wouldn't mind, because I've been coming to the Arnold Classic in Columbus because I live in Windsor, Ontario, which is basically a 3.5-hour drive. So ever since I started bodybuilding, I've been coming here. I'm making that drive since I was 20 years old. I would come here, walk around the expo, meet my favorite pros, do all that kind of shit. So I kind of have an affinity for the Arnold anyways. And now that I'm commentating and doing the product and I've competed there, it's just feels like it's, maybe I'm biased to it because I've been to this show so many times, and it's really like my favorite show of the year. But one other thing I want to touch on before we go. I saw Samson yesterday, and I know you guys think I'm biased to Samson, which I am, because I love Samson. I think he's a great guy. But I have to tell you guys, I saw him yesterday, and he looks fucking humongous. His condition is better. And he showed me his scale, and he weighed in at 297 pounds. Man, and he's 6 feet tall, so it's not like he's 6'3" or something. 6 foot tall, 297 pounds, and with shape like I've never seen, like flaring quads, tiny waist, huge chest, shoulders, arms. It's incredible. So I want to see, it's hard to tell conditioning sometimes when you're looking at somebody by themselves. So I want to see, we've seen pictures of Nick, and Nick is in awesome condition. And I think Rami is going to really be something special at the show. I obviously, that's not a popular opinion. A lot of people think, Rami's done. I don't think he's done. I think he's going to look more impressive. I could be wrong about that, but I'm really curious to see. I think what we're going to have to really see is everybody has stepped up their game from the Olympia. Andrew has been training with Cycle Fitness and Chris Aceto, and they got him doing some crazy workouts, and Chris is dialing in his diet, so he's going to be better. And then we have Sean Clarita, who's like a dark horse. Nobody knows where he fits. Is he going to be small and place outside the top 5 or 6, or is he going to be so complete and so shredded that and bigger than the Olympia that he ends up in the top 3? So that's, to me, is the biggest dark horse. And then Samson obviously is, he heard people from the Olympia, look, you need better conditioning, you have beautiful shape, you're massive, but the conditioning's got to be there. So he's kind of brought things in. Like I said, Rami, I don't know what to expect either. That's kind of a dark horse also, because is he done, or did he just miss his peak and he's going to come back looking incredible? So that's one. And then Nick is Mr. Predictable. He's never missed the mark. He always comes in. What you see 4 weeks out, 3 weeks out, 2 weeks out is usually what you see on stage. And you can't say that for many bodybuilders, but with Nick, it's always very, very predictable. And he hits the mark every time. So we know Nick is going to be in shape. And judging by the photos, Nick is going to be in better shape than the Arnold, or than the Olympia. So everybody looks like they've stepped their game up. So it would stand to reason, logically, that if everybody has stepped their game up, we're going to move everybody, and they're still going to be in the same position, which would mean Nick is going to win, Rami's going to be second, Samson's going to be third, Bonac is going to be fourth, or sorry, Andrew's going to be fourth, Bonac's going to be fifth, and then you got to throw Clarita in there somewhere. And then you have the other dark horses too, like Akeem and Justin. If they come in really, really good shape, they can surpass some of these guys too. So it's not, it wasn't long ago that like Justin was ahead of Samson at last year's Arnold and on the Friday. Now Samson is dramatically better than that Arnold appearance. It's a year later, and he's much bigger. So I don't know if that will happen again, but Justin's got a great physique. Akeem is massive, and if he's showing condition the way he showed recently, then he could also be a player. So anyway, it's impressive. But the news I want to give you guys is I got a little bit of sneak peek into Samson, and I could not believe he weighed in at 297 pounds in that condition. I mean, it's fucking mind blowing. So I'm excited, guys. The commentaries tomorrow. The show is tomorrow. We're gonna do rehearsals tonight, and then yeah, I hope you guys buy the pay-per-view. Check it out, arnoldsports.com. Get the pay-per-view. Use my code Fouad10, and you can sign up, get a little bit of money off the pay-per-view, and make sure you get the pay-per-view. Don't just wait for the photos to come out. These guys are, the Arnold. I talked to the producer, and they're putting out a ton of money to make this thing a really special event. And I know they're getting in a lot of money from sponsors, but the bodybuilders contest prize money to keep increasing, we need support from the fans to buy the pay-per-views and things like that. So don't just wait for the pictures to come out tomorrow. If you are not doing anything tomorrow night or Saturday night, get the pay-per-view, buy the whole weekend, and use the code Fouad10, save a little bit of money, and support these guys, and support me, and support the channel. And we all appreciate it. So thank you guys very much. And I don't know if I'll have another video in before the end of the weekend, but if I can get some good news or interesting news, I'll come to you guys before next week. But thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you on the next one.